Because that's not even his name. I want to build a time machine to get my 2 minutes back so that you could experience that joke for the first time again. That's okay. All right, here's another one. Here's another one. All right. Here's another one. Frog. A frog walks into a bank. frog. Frog goes up to the teller. The teller's name is Patricia Whack, right? Goes up to the teller and says, "Hello, madam. I'd like to take out a bank loan." And the teller looks back at him. He's like, "Is this a frog looking back at me? Like who are you?" He says, "Yes, ma'am." Says, "Yes, ma'am. I'd like to take out a bank loan. My father is Mick Jagger, right? My father is Mick Jagger, and I need to take out a bank loan so that I can go on tour with my father, Mick Jagger." And the woman's like dumbfounded at the situation. She's like, she can't really handle the situation. So she's like, "You can't just do that. I need to call my manager." Calls down the bank manager. Bank manager comes down. "What seems to be the problem, Patricia?" And Patricia says, "Well, this frog would like to take out a bank loan." And bank manager says, That's ridiculous. Like, he's a frog. Like, you can't do that." And frog looks back at him and says, "Hello, sir." "Hello, sir." And bank manager says to the frog, "This is like, you can't just give a loan to a frog. That's ridiculous. Do you at least have collateral? Like, you would need, at the very least, you would need collateral. Do you have collateral, Mr. Frog?" And the frog says, My father's Mick Jagger. Of course I have collateral." Okay. He reaches into his frog pocket, pulls out a pink ceramic elephant. Good night, Kirby. Pulls out a pink ceramic elephant and puts it onto the counter. At this point, the three of them are sitting there in silence. Frog's looking at the elephant. Patricia's looking at the elephant. Manager's looking at the elephant. And Patricia breaks the silence and she says, What is that? What is that supposed to be?" And the bank manager looks back at her and he says, "It's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give that frog a loan. His old man's a rolling stone." That's a good one. His old man's a rolling. His old Every joke is worse. There's no way. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. That's great. All right, fine. Here we go. One of these are gonna land. There's a man in China. All right. Man in China loves America. Loves America. Right. So imagine his surprise when his bank, or when his job, relocates him from the countryside in China to America. Big city, you know? It's a pretty big cultural shock because they have to move the whole family there. The family, father, son, father, 2 sons, wife, the whole 9 yards, right? The sons' names are Ling and Ving, okay? Ling and Ving. Now, again, it's a pretty big culture shock. Ling gets along really, really well. Joins the basketball team, makes lots of friends. Ving, not so much. Ving's very frustrated with his new life in America, right? Doesn't like any of the food, doesn't like anything on TV, doesn't understand the customs. So one day, Ving is venting to one of his few friends, right, that he's actually made. And he's saying pretty much that. He's like, "I hate it here. Like, I don't understand anything that's going on. You know, at the very least, I wish people would stop making fun of my name. If people would stop making fun of my name, at the very least, I think I could handle it." And his friend says, "Well, you can change your name, you know?" And he's like, "Well, you can?" Friend's like, "Yeah. You go down to City Hall, you fill out some forms, change your name, easy peasy, right? Ling comes along, hears his brother ranting, and he's like, change your name? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, you can't change your name. He's like, I hate it here. Like, everybody always makes fun of me. Like, I gotta at least change my name. Like, it's I gotta do something, you know? And his turns back to his brother and he's like, that's so ridiculous. Like, if you even could change your name, what would you change it to? Right? And he says, I want to be Lee. I want to be Lee like Bruce Lee. Everybody likes Bruce Lee. If everybody thinks that I'm like Bruce Lee, everybody will like me. His friend's like, turns to his friend. He's like, will you take me to City Hall after school? His friend's like, yeah, sure. And he's like, all right, well, like, I'm going to change your mind. I'm going with you. All right. The three of them go to City Hall after school. And he's filling out the forms, hands in the forms to the secretary. Secretary goes to process the forms. And Ling, in a last-ditch effort, says to his brother, like, listen, I understand that it's very difficult here, but you're my brother and I love you. And our family name is us carrying on our lineage. Like, we can't forget that, especially here now that we're in America. And Ving finally takes on what his brother's saying. And he says, you're right. Like, I can't do that. I can't change my name. Turns back to the secretary and says, please, no, I don't want to change my name. And the secretary says, oh, well, I already processed the forms. So they're going through. You can cancel it, but it's going to take a $20 cancellation fee. Ving goes into his wallet, but he doesn't have any money. So he starts to get a little bit more flustered. And Ling just sighs and he's like, all right, whatever. Ling pulls out his wallet, pulls out $20 out of his wallet, goes over to hand it to the secretary. When the secretary, finally a man barges in to the office where they're in, and it's a man with an American flag shirt and American flag pants, 10-gallon hat. And the boys look across the room and they say, Dad? It's their father. And their father runs up and grabs his son Ving, and he says to him very tenderly, he says, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Hold on to yes, no. He says, don't stop. Stop. The best one yet. Wait, those are all closers. Those are all amazing jokes. What do you mean? No, stop. I'll give you one more chance to make this one land. All right, fine. This one actually legitimately is good. All right. A man stumbles home from the bar, right? Stumbles home from the bar, puts his keys down, goes up to bed, kisses his wife goodnight, goes to sleep, right? Several hours later, he wakes up. Bright lights everywhere, right? Big pearly gates. A man with wings at a desk. Looks around. He's like, what is this? Where's this place? You know, what's going on here? And the angel gets up and says, this is heaven. You're dead. Congratulations. Right? Congratulations. And the man says, I can't be